This is part 3 of the tipping point meditations, and the insights from my 6 guides in this meditation focus on what needs to open and be activated in our human capacities to meaningfully participate in what is occurring now in the earth. Gaia speaks first. I gave you access to so much, and from this abundance you took what you wanted and made your castles, your inventions, your books, your commerce as the pinnacles of your civilizations. You assumed these would be indestructible and were disappointed when they tumbled like sandcastles over and over through millennia. I point to the fragile moments of separation, the unconscious turning away that empowers your will rather than your instincts toward love. The floundering you are experiencing now is because I am no longer as willing to carry on, as apparently quiet and complacent as you assumed in the past. My tolerance for your misuse of my body reached a limit some time ago. I am not angry or vengeful. Those are your projections upon me. In reality, there is a great tenderness and affection between us that is sometimes kindled within you in small moments of connection. Within these moments are the threads of life itself, my life and yours, weaving a song that we were destined to create together. This song is not for you alone. It is our active participation in the song of the universe. Kaliak speaks next. From my stone, bone-oriented perspective, I see humanity's aspirational intentions to create civilizations and their passing away more like individual lives. Something was birthed and it eventually died. Not a big deal. The varied energies of each endeavor carry seeds of humanity's potential. These seeds are precious, but not in the ways that are normally viewed. The coalescing of the invisible is a central part of the human capacity. The ability to perceive, name, and hold what pulses in the invisible realms, and to let these life currents manifest in the visible world. The issue of ownership tends to rise as manifestation occurs. This is mine. Meanwhile, an overly protective stance creates divisiveness, distorting what was precious. Holding a life current with respectful awareness is very different than owning the currents. Ownership is like crushing a tiny bird. In reality, it is the contact that you own, not the bird. While an aspirational intention is inherently precious, any creative impulse, like a seed, needs to continuously evolve. You do this by constantly rededicating your hearts, minds, and bodies to the movement of life's invisible currents. Allowing this process, you become part of Gaia's creative expression, literally singing in harmony with the universe. Simple and infinitely delicate. Lilith speaks next. I represent a ferocious, uncompromising allegiance with the primal feminine. This energy is at the heart of the current tipping point. With climate change, you are now witnessing some of the awesome power of the feminine. This energy is also emerging in various ways within your cultures. Know that what is erupting is part of a profound realignment, a necessary reconfiguration of what has been denied, exploited, and abused. Iliadne speaks now. These broad perspectives offered by Gaia, Cailleach, and Lilith provide the background. I will now consider several specific points, interlocking pieces that are and need to be consciously in motion during these shifting times. First, a deep respect for your personal circumstances, whatever they are, as the ground for your life now. Wherever you are, whatever you have in your environment, is your point of contact with what is happening everywhere. Agile attentiveness to the entry point of your own life offers you tremendous information and specific conduits for alchemical interactions with the world. Well, much useful information and adjustment within the psyche has been directed to relieving distress and negativity. If the underlying impetus is solely to restore a state of comfort, that intention will be increasingly eroded. Ponder instead, what resources, opportunities, inspiration, and creative impulses am I aware of in this moment? This question brings the focus directly back to one's inner resources. Then a window opens and new possibilities come into view. Drawing from your own well orients you to the wealth within, where creative action is already fomenting. Never a fixed or predictable path, this approach offers an ever-changing rainbow of creative possibilities. The people in your creative field, near and far, comprise the current operational matrix for your creative energy to interact with the world soul. Your relational matrix is always shifting at subtle levels. Like the air you breathe, the space between is essential and always deserving of gratitude and appreciation. When this attitude is held, what needs to shift and evolve in and around you is able to do so with love rather than manipulation. Any teaching that resonates deeply in your soul is a compass, providing specific orientation for your movement through life. What are the teachings that inspire and organically guide you? How does your soul honor such teachings? Playfully and joyfully? It is deadly to adopt a teaching that does not breathe free in your body soul. Automatic assumptions about any of the great teachings, when applied indiscriminately, can easily tip into destructive fundamentalism. Part of the impetus to witness people's human earth design was to encourage the blossoming of the magnificent diversity of gifts and talents within each human being. Currently, most of the products, resources, and interactions on the planet carry a fraction of their full potential. Can you see and feel the creative potency that pulses within each of you? Within any creative process, there is always a tipping point where what looked possible is momentarily challenged. Does this process serve life or not? At the global level, it may appear possible to negotiate change. However, the sheer scope, movement, and layered reality of the feminine eruption is undeniable. Do not waste your time and energy trying to correct a tornado. Take cover, yes, but also listen. Open and learn what lies in the heart of the storm. This is where true allegiance with life is born. Shinanue. Again, I advocate for the employment of sound and pulsing silence as the central energetic dynamic in these times. A dedicated commitment to unfurling and embodying these elements over the next 2 years will be essential. and finally, snake. Trust in the unseen. Invest there, with your feet on the ground, your heart open, and the life force guiding you moment by moment.